Welcome everyone to the Infinity Manufacturers GT Series, Pro League 1, Season 3, Round 1 here at Mount Panorama. GT3 cars this week, GT4 next week. So, an interesting race this one, 50 minutes with fuel and tyre wear. On pole was Tall Stew, second KB, third is Dawson, fourth Deno, fifth B-rated, sixth for Boogie, seventh is Ickle Pants, eighth is MG Jason, ninth is Nicolaitis. Then we've got Pav, MRC Bobby, Potter. Then we're moving on to 13th with in total Rose, Has 91 and 14th, Shell Shock 15th, and Mutz 36 and 16th. So Tall Stew getting an excellent start there in the Hyundai Genesis on the soft tyres. Obviously everybody on full tanks for the start of this race. Can use mixed tyre setup, but didn't see anybody running this because it counts as your soft tyre option. So pretty clean start, not much going on. However, on this corner there is a bit of an off. Again, looks at the start of a race, bit of a racing incident more than any intention there. But Tall Stew holding first. We've got KB in second, Deno in third, Dawson in fourth, me in fifth, and for Boogie right behind me. So pretty much as it was off the grid. However, we've got obviously the Porsche, we've got MG Jason, Nicolaitis there. Bobby as well has had a good start. MRC Bobby's made it up. So here we go. Up at the top of the mountain, coming off the mountain, down through this tricky kind of right, left, right, and then as you can see, me fully sideways. Puts me under a lot of pressure from Boogie, from Scott. So I'm gonna take this left-hander and then down the hill. So the old Corvette is quick in a straight line. So is the AMG, the Merc. Well, let's have a look. So is he going to overtake him? Is he going to have a go? Not at this stage. Probably could have. But there's a little bit of fuel saving and strategy to this type of race with it being 50 minutes long. So for Boogie makes it past me. So I've dropped a place now. So I'm now in 6th, for Boogie in 5th. However, incident just about to happen. So start finish straight, corner 1, left-hander, and yeah, we'll have another look at that. But it looks like I get sent into the shadow realm if you read. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and that's kind of scuppered the beginning of the race. Ickle Pants just caught out by me braking. I probably braked a little bit earlier with it being the first lap to try and get drive out the corner. He kindly waits as we do, lets me go past, and then we're back to racing. So give him a little hazard warning flash to say thank you for waiting, and off we go again. Up front though, Tall Stew holding position there. Let's have a look. We've got KB and Deno in the very fast Lexus. So obviously teammates there, both holding on very, very well at this stage. We've got Dawson obviously there, so just in the background in the Nissan GDR. Very, very quick car, bit of a handful, can get a little bit loose. However, we'll just go to full screen so we can see how he's actually driving this car. So Dawson likes to rotate the car on the gear, so if we have a look at this corner, so this left-hander into first gear, gets it round and then straight up in second, third, fourth. He's not revving it out fully, so definitely a little bit of fuel saving going on. But he started on the medium tyre, so we'll see how his strategy plays out. Let's have a look though. Tall Stew in first, KB right behind him, Deno as well, so all in line. You can see just closing under braking there. Yeah, but really apart from that little incident with myself and one of, I think with MG Jason on the second turn, the right hand as we go up towards the cutting, they were the only two incidents that I could see as I was shuttling through the video. So overall, Pro League 1, obviously keeping it clean, so good to see. So again, Dawson in 4th, Fabuki now in 5th, kind of holding point. Got a little bit of a gap, so it does space out a little bit in this race. However, there are pockets of racing throughout the whole 50 minutes. So let's see here. So I actually ended up obviously dead last, and then once I got past Ickle Pants was 15th, so got quite a lot of work to do to hopefully get somewhere near the front, which it's going to be a very tall ask along with Tall Stew. But yeah, we'll see how that pans out. So just further back here, we've got Shell Shock creating a little bit of a train behind him. So he's on medium tyres, and the Corvette wasn't too happy on these. Quite a little bit loose, but he's coming under pressure here. Massive pressure from Pav. Is he going to make a move down the hill? Very brave too. Very, very dangerous part of the circuit, this one. Very easy to get it wrong. Get spun round. So you can see I've caught back up to this bunch. So although I dropped 10 seconds. And we've got the Mazda Volvos. The Ricard Rydell livery there. So looking good. You remember the old days. So Total Rose going for the overtake there. It looks like he gets it done really, really early. So good move from Total Rose. We've got the two Pretendy Volvos. Well, a little bit off track from Mud, I think. That might have been Haas. I think it was Haas, sorry. You've got me going around the outside. So yeah, starting to come together, and we've got Ickle Pants who got past too, so he's behind me again. Hopefully he'll be used to where I brake on this corner. So normally at about the 75 metre mark. So yeah, kind of compromised both our races a little bit, I think. That contact on lap 2, but it happens. Things move on. So here we go. I'm going to send it up the inside of Mutt. He's a great driver. He's normally very, very difficult to pass, but he doesn't fight me too much there. So quite straightforward. Again. So we've got Total Rose goes wide on the cutting. So my teammate, hopefully he can act as a bit of a rear gunner here for me. So I'm chasing Pav. No, sorry, Potter. And then Pav's in front of him, so got the two BMWs in front. So Potter McPot and Pav 46. So here we go a little bit on board just with Total Rose. So obviously sister cars here. The Sub Rosa livery, so Team Sub Rosa SR20. And the red, black and grey. So Rosie's revving it out there, so which is not normally his style. He does like to fuel save. But you can see obviously I'm on the back of Potter now. Ickle Pants didn't get through, so he's in 15th. Got past Haas. Is he going to make a move on Mutt? 3. Oh, who's going to stay in position? Rosie holds that down the Conrad strike, but Ickle Pants, great move around the outside. Very fair, clean. He'll go hard on the brakes, start finish straight, bumpy. Get on the power too early here. If you hit the curb, it's possibly going to spin you. Back up to the front though, Tall Stew still under pressure from KB E36 and Deno behind him. For Boogie, so Scott doing a great job in 4th, and he's got Jason just behind him in the Porsche in 5th. Nikolaitis in a Porsche as well, just behind Jason. So kind of settling down now. Obviously now on to lap 5. It is actually possible to one stop on this track. However, through race practice, it wasn't really the quickest way of doing it. And you'll see in terms of if you're holding kind of 203, 204 lap times with a one stopper, you just drop too much time. You can drop 2 to 3 seconds a lap. The pit entry and exit, because the pit straight is quite short, means that it's actually probably quicker to two stop. So coming down the hill again, Nicolaitis. Here we go onto Conrod Straight, fastest part of the circuit. So cars hitting well over 170 miles an hour down here. If you get slipstream as well, it's possible to almost max them out. So here we go, lovely looking BMW M6. 160, here we go, 165. 170, 171, then hard on the brakes, So just where the hotel is, we've got a left and then a right. Well, obviously we've got me now. Potter had a bit of an off, so let's have a look. Has he had an off yet? No, but he does. So he got me I got overtaken by Shell Shock on the twisty bit as I made a mistake, but here we go. I'm going to send it down the inside. He gives me room, doesn't turn in. Plenty of respect there between us two. So some good clean racing. Again, puts me under threat on this long haul up, obviously Mt Panorama. So I'm going to defend on the inside, so it means that Scott goes a little bit wide. Sorry, Matt. What am I calling you Scott for? Sorry, Matt. So Shell Shock goes a little bit wide and it lets Dawson back through. So Dawson pitted really, really early. So Dawson on a different strategy to most other people. Him and Bobby have decided to change tyres at lap 3. So they've got off the mediums and they've gone on to the softs. Didn't have to take on a lot of fuel because obviously he was still pretty brimmed. And they're banking on their middle stints to bring them further up the field. So we'll see how that is. I'm under major pressure. Thing is with Dawson, he's super quick. He's also super clean, so there's not too much point me fighting him. So you'll see me, I'll stay wide here and let him have the inside. I'd rather use him for fuel saving if I can. So you can see I'm just changing up a little bit earlier. I don't want to make it too easy, so I do kind of stick it down here, just obviously for the photo finish across Conrod Straight, I should say. There we go, so side by side, but I'm just going to blend in. No point kind of making them work too hard for it. Can't make it too easy either. Hard on the brakes. So he's on a completely different strategy, so he's going to go longer into the race now because he's pitted early. So he's making his way, so started 4th, obviously has had a pit, taken on fresh boots and topped up the tank, and off he goes. So my job here is just to try and hold on to him, and if I can fuel save a little bit, we'll keep going. Bobby here, so we've got Bobby in the background. Let's have a look. Bobby's decided to go for some teammate love by riding Andy on his car. Either that or they've just shared the livery. Sorry, Bobby, had to. Here we go, though. Starting to climb the mountain properly here on the steeper section. Slight left off the brakes. Down into 2nd gear for the cutting. Up through here. So Bobby going well again, pitted early, so obviously Dawson is in 9th, Bobby's come out in 12th, so 3 spots, but again, different strategy, putting Shell Shock under some pressure here. So down through, these do it, a little bit sideways from Matt. It's just so easy to do. Car, obviously, all weighted on the front. Coming down the hill, as soon as you're hitting the brakes, If you've got a bit of rear brake bias, easy to lock them up and slide. You see that quite a bit with the Chevrolet Corvette. See, so here comes Bobby. He's going to try and get around the outside on this corner. Can he do it? Oh, it's close. Yes, he can. Great move there from Bobby. So round Matt on the outside of the second corner kind of sets him up well for the inside for the second part of that corner. Yeah. So Shell Shock in for some new boots and some fuel. So came in with 19% left. So like, does drop him right back though. Puts him in 15th. So having a look at total rows here. So new cars for us this season. Last year we were racing Citroen. Got to take on a new manufacturer, so we went with Mercedes after Fabuki and Shell Shock beat us in the Mercedes last year. However, towards the end of the season, the Citroens were possibly a little bit stronger, so we'll see what happens this year. One of the major benefits to the Mercedes is fuel, so as long as you don't rev the knackers off it, you can normally go a little bit further into the race. So hopefully we'll get to grips with that as the season goes on. So again, back in front, we've just got a slight change really after the pit stop. So we've got Deno now in second. We've got Fabuki in third. So KB dropped a little bit after his pit stop, but still in a good position. So currently 6th. Pav 7th. Potter 8th. So let's see how this goes. So yeah, there's Fabuki. We've got Jason, Nikolaitis, KB. In the Lexus. We've got Pav. And we've got Potter and we've got Dawson right on his tail. Going for the move. Is Dawson gonna get? Yeah, Dawson gets it done almost before that first corner. Oh, and Pav picks up the bit of the curbing and it's Potter picked up the curbing and it sent him off track, so he's just rejoining. A bit of a nightmare there for Potter. So Pav's come into the pits, Potter's into the pits as well, so it promotes us a little bit. So all the positions changing again. Let's have a look. So I'm now in 8th, so not a bad recovery. So 15th up to 8th, 7 places in 6 laps. So most of that is not, a couple of overtakes, but most of it has been with the pit stops. So Bobby just behind me, so he benefited massively from Potter going out and Pav having a pit stop as well, and then obviously Potter into the pits. So on board, well, not on board, but looking at Dawson here around the top of the mountain. It's so quick down this section. Down the gears, second, here we go. Sharp little left-hander, still second, third gear, fourth. And the third round that corner, second, and then again he drops into first down here to hold a tight line. Straight on the power. So his lap time, a 2-minute dead basically, 2:0900 is extremely quick lap time. Everybody else kind of, as you can see, around the 2:02s at this stage of the race, depending on how much fuel they've got on board. You know, for myself, a 2:01 is quick, but I'm 7/10 at my very best, slower than Dawson, so I ain't catching him this season, unfortunately. Never know, might get him at a couple of tracks, but I doubt it, so we'll see how that goes. Got Fabuki in the pits, so he was on 4%, so he's eked out the fuel, done well there. So again, all change again in terms of with these pit stops. So we've got Rosie into the pits as well. I'm in there. So he's been on mediums, I'm staying on softs. So off the softs come, on they go. I don't fill fully, but very close, so 96%. Because that 4% will make all the difference. And here we go, Tall Stew back into first place here, so having a cracking race. These Hyundai, so the Genesis Group 3 cars really are a great handling car. Might not have the ultimate power, but again on any of the trickier circuits or the curvier ones, they're going to do well. So Dawson now into third, so KB second. Just gone quicker again as he's burning off some fuel, so he's on those soft tyres. They don't look very worn, considering he's now done about 7 laps on them, so he's not overdriving the car. Well, and you can see his prey in front of him, so he's got obviously KB, so he's done a 2:09 900 on lap 8, lap 9 at 200, 9:36, so 200, 2 minute, never mind. It's been a long week, that's all I can say. There's Bobby, so Bobby now in 5th, having a great race. Under pressure though from Fabugi. Is Fabugi gonna do the overtake? Bobby puts it in the middle of the track, leaves a little bit of a gap. Not at this stage. So Fabugi playing the longer game. Here's Jason in 7th, Nicolaitis 8th, Pav in 9th, so am I going to get Pav trying to close in on him? That's me just in the background there. Hard on the brakes. Going for it at this stage. Obviously got full tanks, fresh boots. Here we go. So again on the long drag up. So just trying to get within slipstream distance if I can. Just to note, this race series is sponsored by Infinity Decals, so you'll see the Infinity logo on all of the vehicles as well. Sometimes you've got the actual name of it, so very kindly sponsored by them. Got to mention those in the video. Obviously this league is made up of kind of 3 or 4 different racing clubs, as we'd call it. So we've got MRC, Mature Racing Club, we've got P1, we've got Next Gen, and a couple of others. Apologies for not mentioning the name. And here we go, we've got Icklepants in 13th, so I really did cost him quite badly, that having to wait for me to come back onto track. So here's Rosie, he's under pressure from Mutt in the Mazda, Volvo Mazda. So here we go down the hill. Some paint missing off that Mercedes on a few corners. A few touches with some walls there. Again though, he's on softs now. He's getting it revved out fully. Go. 173 we saw. Taking a defensive line into that corner, keeping him up behind. Some good clean driving here. It's close. Oh, and here we go, Nicolaitis and MG Jason. So I think something's happened here. So yeah, let's have a look. So Pav outbrakes himself. He goes across the track, try and sneak in the inside, and yeah, he's just a racing incident, nothing intentional there from both parties. I think I should have probably just held the brakes a bit longer and took some time to see what was happening. Oh, and poor Pav gets on the power early, and that BM just loads a grunt, sends him into the wall. So another position gain, so now in 9th, so chasing down what looks like now Jason, just an overtake from Nikolaitis, so they've swapped positions. Sorry for missing that. So that's obviously, let's see what's happened here. We'll go back and... No. So yeah, Nikolaitis getting in front of Jason now. So again, Dawson is in 2nd now. Tall Stew in 3rd. Sorry if that was pit stop or a race incident there, Tall Stew, I've missed it. But we've got KB in 1st, and that Lexus, certainly no slouch, that car. Tall Stew in 3rd though, still going well. He's got Deno behind him in 4th. For Boogie in 5th. Kind of racing on his own at this moment in time, but obviously he's got Bobby. Further back, we've got Shell Shock just in front of me now, so I'm in 10th. So 26 minutes, so kind of halfway into this race now, just over. Still languishing kind of mid-pack. Need to catch up to Matt here, get in that slipstream. I think all the liveries this year, everybody's taking a little bit of time with these liveries. All the cars look great. Certainly I haven't seen a bad livery on any of these vehicles. Nobody running stock. So really, really great to see. Obviously promotes the league as well. A special mention for James Harbin. He's organised this race league again, so this is his 3rd season of organising it. Everybody, you know, no complaints about the season at all. Everybody loves this series. Let's hope we can maintain a full field in all of the leagues all the way through, because this is what it's about. Up through the cutting, so definitely closed in on him a little bit. So our American friend in front, I think one of the only Americans racing in our series. It's mostly full of us Brits, I'm afraid, but as you can see, KB up front, got the old German sign, so it's good to see other nationalities taking part. Down this hill, got to get a good line into here so I can get back on the power early and catch him, but you know, that Corvette, it's quick in a straight line, pulls away a little bit of a gap, having to rev the car right out. Oh, we've got Dawson in the pits, so Dawson is down to 9%, so he's filling up, but obviously dropping in positions. We've got for Boogie now, 4th, Bobby, Jason, where's he going to come out? So we've got Nikolaitis past him, and let's have a look. We've got Jason here looking at Bobby, and Dawson out in 5th, so cracking pit stop. I suppose the question is he going to make it to the end, because there's still quite a long way to go, about 18 minutes in terms of fuel is about the right time scale. So 16 to 18 is a good pit stop window if you're using a full tank. So it looks like he's maybe a little bit short of that, because we've got 22 minutes to go. So it's possible Dawson may need to pit again. Have to see. There we go. I'm still trying to catch Shell Shock. Still trying to reel him in. Mount Panorama sign in the background there. This race particularly, It was the 5:30 a.m. one, so hence it is daylight, but obviously lights are on. Track temperatures are quite cold. Saw a picture of Mount Panorama today on the old internet, and it's covered in snow. So they don't often get snow in Bathurst, I can tell you that. There we go. I'm pushing hard though, pushing hard to try and get on the back of Shell Shock. It's kind of this part of the race which really makes a difference to the end result. But everybody, you know, none of the drivers in this particular league, none of them are out of place. They are all super fast. I just gave Shell Shock a little look there just to remind him I'm here. Just saying hello. Is he going to go into the pits? No, he's staying out. Hard on the brakes. I get a good exit out of there. Good corner for me. Is it gonna? Am I going to go up the inside? No, I'm going to sit there. Got Ekel Pants though now in 10th, so he's made some positions up from all the pit stops and some good overtaking. So he's on it. Towards the end of this race, I have to do some serious defending. So it's a good finish across the line, that is for damn sure. So you need to stay around for that or skip to the end if you want to see it. Don't mind, this is probably the longest video I've ever done. So if you fall asleep, I don't blame you. So still got a bit of a swap around. So Jason's got in front of Nikolaitis again. So in the Porsches, great handling cars, the Porsches, but again, can be a bit tricky at times. Gearing's very tall on them. For Boogie doing solid in 4th place. Coming down Conrad Straight, obviously at the hotel here, hard braking, left and then a right under the Armour All banner, the bridge. So Deno and KB running together again. Whoa, nice sideways slide from Deno there out of that corner. Not be doing his rear tyres any good, but looked great. Fab liveries on these two cars. So again, back up the hill. So this race is going to be about 24-25 laps in terms of overall pace. So a 50-minute race. Obviously you've got Dawson in the 2-minute deads, so more likely 24, but you never know, might sneak at 25. Tall Stew though, back in front. Still needing another pit stop though. You can see he's just under half a tank. Tyres are looking okay. A few brushes off the wall though, costs you a bit of time. Best to try and stay off them if you can. So Dawson chasing after Fubuki. I'm in 8th, a bit wide there. So again, I'm on the softs. Tyres are okay at this stage. Coming down to a quarter of a tank, so my pit stop not too far away. We're on 16 laps, so Pants in 9th, so Bobby in 10th. But we're going to have to pit, so Bobby's probably going to take both of us again. Although he's a good little bit of a way back. So still a long way to go. A long way to go. Bobby in 10th. Not in 11th. Total Roads in 12th. Not where he'd hoped to be. This is one of his favourite tracks. So Getting on board with Total Rose. He's under a bit of pressure from Shell Shock. So here we go. So we're on the pit straight. Let's have a look back. Pav in the BMW, not probably where you'd normally see him. There we go. So Tall Stew through Reed Park, coming up the Summon Park. Wonder if we can spot any kangaroos. Maybe a koala or two. So again, no major incidents, nobody having any big mistakes and kind of sending it off into the undergrowth. We got Fabugi in front of me, but I need to pit, so I'm in 7th, but definitely going to lose that position. Now at the stage where I'm using every last rev, just trying to keep some distance between me and Eagle Pants. When you look at the lap times, I'm doing 2:02s, 2:03, and Eagle Pants is solidly in the 2:02s every lap, so not as quick as I'd hoped I'd be. So yeah, I'm into the pits this stage. He's following me in though, so it's going to be a race in the pits. The Merc boys are good though, so I'm not going to need to take on a full tank. We've now got 13 minutes left to go, really. Just over 14 minutes. Don't want to underfill though, so I'm going to go for enough. There we go, 87% this time. Eagle Pants was down to 7%. I'm onto the mediums though for the last stint, so definitely the slower of the two tyres. Out in 8th though, so happy with that, considering what happened on lap 2. Bobby in 7th. Got Mutt behind me. So Dawson currently in 3rd, but again, pit stops may play a factor into this race. So he's got Tall Stew, Deno in front. So you got Deno solidly in the 2:01s. Look at that, last 3 laps. Tall Stew though, definitely going to need a pit stop here. Very, very low on fuel. Dawson half a tank. Again guys, League 2, CJW Racing, Chris Wall has done an absolutely excellent video for the League 2 guide, so if you haven't seen that yet, definitely head on over his way. Good watch, he's a lyrical genius. I'm surprised he hasn't been locked up for it yet, but he yeah, definitely is good on the old mic, so worth a watch and a listen. So here we go, so we've got Deno in the pits now. So I've had my last pit stop, so for me it's kind of just need to hold on. So we've got Dawson now in 1st, Tall Stew 2nd, 3rd KB, Deno 4th, Fabugi 5th, Bobby 6th, Nikolaitis 7th, me 8th, and we've got Jason just behind, who's no doubt going to put me under a load of pressure. So there he is, quite close again. Behind him in 10th we've got Eagle Pants. So here we go. So Griffin's Bend, the cutting coming up to. Reed Park. The stage. Do like their park names, don't they? There we go, looking back at the Mazda Volvos. Pav now in 12th. Haas 13th. Oh, got Jason chasing after me. Come on, SR20. You can do it. So all still to kind of play for, but pretty much most of us now are on our last stints. Only 9 minutes to really, well, 10 minutes to go, just over. So that GDR getting a little bit loose under power through the cutting. Through McPhillamy Park, down the Dipper. Forest's Elbow coming up, that horrible left-hander down the hill. Conrod Straight. After that, big long straight downhill. Stretch the legs. Nicolaitis is on it through there. You've got Jason catching me, just trying to keep it neat. So there's feather in the throttle through that left-hander. Coming down the Dipper. Coming to Forest's Elbow in a moment, which I'll definitely. So need to get it into that inside corner and get on the power. It's the only way I'm going to hold him off. So I know I'm under pressure here, so I'm going to take that inside line. He's going to have to do. Let's see. Going to have to cover this left-hand side. So he's going to go around. He's going to have to be brave. He's going to have the inside line for that little kink, but then hard on the brakes. Mercedes good under braking. And then cover the inside. So covering the inside for coming onto the pit straight. Gather a little bit of that curb, but still under pressure. Gonna have to go defensive again. So just moving to the left. Gonna make Jason go the long way around. And then hell corner. Get good drive out of here though. I'm becoming a bit of a blockade, so I'm slowing everybody down. So we've got obviously Jason on me. Again, I'm going to have to hold the inside line. This one being Griffin's Bend. Holding the inside, which is the grippier part of that corner. A little bit of camber as well. But it is now putting him to the realms. Icklepants has got on the back, so Jason's going to come under a bit of pressure. So instead of trying to overtake me, he may have his attention drawn to defending his position against Icklepants. So again, different tyres here. So I'm on the mediums. So my stint. Not actually what I'd planned to do. It was the other way around. I was going to do the first stint on the mediums. And then switch to the softs, but never mind. That didn't work out. Oh, right, okay. So Icklepants, he's overtaken. Yeah, he has. He's got past MG Jason. But was that? Let's have another look. Let's see. So he's back here. Let's have a look. Jason may have touched the wall. Yeah, he touched the wall and it sent him wide. So the overtake was done before we got into the dipper. So got Jason now all over him. So it's a bit sideways from Jason, full on side, but again, Ickle Pants, some paint missing off the front of that car. I've probably got some on my rear bumper. There we go, so the Porsche after. Can he get it done? Is he going to be brave? He gives him the room though, so it's just who can... No, has to dip in there. So we're on fresher rubber, both myself and Ickle Pants, except I'm on the mediums. Dawson running away with it at the front. So now got quite a decent gap to Tall Stew, but he is getting really, really low on fuel. So 6 minutes to go. So 2, maybe 3 laps. So field there, Tall Stew, KB, Deno, Fabuki, Bobby, Nicolaitis. You've got me under a lot of pressure from Ickle Pants. Got Jason just behind, so that's the top 10. Dawson flying. Tall Stew, second place, had a great race. You know, he is up against Dawson the Alien. We got for Boogie, again another great race. Bobby as well. You know, these are all top 10 positions in this league. They're hard to come by. 8th for me. What could have been, to be fair, on raw pace, I think if we look at it, I'd have been in the, you know, might have been a position higher, 1 or 2, but not much more than that, I don't think. But it's not over yet. We've still got 4.5 minutes to go, which is 2 laps, and already we've got Ickle Pants breathing down those rear exhausts, which don't exist because they come out the side, but I just thought I'd say that. It sounded good. Here we go. Gonna make him go a long way round. I'm always going to cover the inside. Hard on the brakes. Just feathering the brake in. Oh, get a tiny little nudge, but that's fine. Gave me enough of a gap to stay kind of a normal racing line through Hal's corner. A little bit wide behind for Jason. I'm not going to catch Nicolaitis. I'm in the 203s on these medium tyres. Fuel is coming down, but solid 203 times. The softs were in kind of 202s on clean air. So my job here now is just not to make a mistake and hold the racing line as much as I possibly can and defend like hell. So we're coming up to 47 minutes, so there's definitely going to be another lap. Oh, it's as close as you like. So he's gone for the wider lines, but it's really difficult to pass. Just got to keep this neat and tidy. Get a little bit of a better exit. There we go. Through the elbow. Down Conrad straight. Come on. Got a little bit of a gap, and I know I've got good straight line speed, so hopefully still see which line I take. Yeah, I'm not taking the inside for that corner, so I'm making sure I defend. So here we go. He's going to try and go around the outside, but I cover that inside line for moving on. It's so close. Gets a little bit sideways out that corner. Jason a little bit wide. It's all very close. That last lap at 2:03, 2:33. So the Hyundai went in the slipstream. It certainly doesn't suffer too much, but hard on the brakes. Here we go. Griffin Bend up the hill. Does get along, almost alongside, almost, but again, just keeping it tight. No silly mistakes. So this could be the last lap. So we're on lap 24. Leaders are going to be definitely getting another lap in. So they're going to be 25 laps, which is astounding in this 50 minutes on here. Oh, a bit sideways, a little bit drifty through there, but I'm still there. 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. So down the hill. Is it just defending for these last 3 corners? He's right there though. Gonna try and pass, but again, once he pulls out that slipstream, not gonna make it easy for him. So I'm on the brakes. I think we had a tiny touch, but it's fine. So again, I get the first line into that corner, and I'm gonna hold. Actually, I don't. Bit of a mistake there from me. Should have stayed defensive, but so it's now a drag race to the line. First gear, second gear, third. Oh, and what a finish. Doesn't get much closer than that. So, yeah, fantastic to see that. Let's just see everybody else start to finish off. So we've got Jason behind. Then we've got Pav. We've got Haz. Mutt. Then Total Rose. And then Potter. Up front we've got Dawson, Tall Stew, KB. Behind KB was Deno. Then we had Fabuki. Then we had MRC Bobby, and then Nicolaitis. So well done, chaps. Absolutely astounding racing. Thanks very much for bearing with me for all of these 50 odd minutes. I hope to do more of these throughout the season. I can't guarantee I'll do every race, but I'll do my best. But if you liked it, don't forget to like it and subscribe, please. The more the better. I'm still got 999 to go until I can actually make any money off YouTube. Thanks again, chaps. See ya.